And our next presenter is Javed Muhammad. He will provide additional insight how to request specific calculation from Gaussian software in case you do not have graphical connection. So it will be more systematic and rigorous lesson how to give orders to the computation program, how to request specific calculations. Floor is yours.
I'm Mohammed. So actually last couple of presentation we know how to do some quantum chemical calculation by using Gaussian software, but we have to give some instruction to the Gaussian software. So for that purpose we need to make a input file, and we use a graphical software, the Gauss view software, to make that input file. So in last presentation you also saw that by using some graphical command we give them some, and then it will create a file. That's actually nothing of just a SCI text file. So I'm just trying to show you what's the file and how can we modify that file without Gauss view software, because last time you saw that in Gauss view there have some default functions and methodology only. But if you want to use a different function, we need to modify that file by ourselves. So this is the one of the typical .com file, and I'm giving an example that I used in our NDSU CCast, not in the USD cluster. That's why they have some extra line here. So they have a 4 section here typically. First section, these are called as a link O commands. It included some hardware requirements and other requirements and program requirements. We put that in this section. And the next section is just a very important line. This line included all conditions, methods, and other requirements for the run. And next section is just identification, just a name. We want to give a name of our job. By that name, we will not get our job in the later on. And the next section, following section, this is a molecular specification. Specification. And in this one, this is an example of a small silver cluster. And the next section sometimes is important, but it's named as optional additional section. Sometimes we don't know that we don't need this section too. So following, just I'm showing elaborately in all section. In the first section, this section started with the % sign. This % sign means this is the first section. It includes and the MEM. This means how much memory you want, and give them command. This software will ask for 40 GB RAM memory. And next one is the number of processor, because some cluster they have a default processor, but in our system we can use the different number of processor. Usually Thunder they have a 20 processor in each node, so it's included a 20 here. And Linda, if you want different nodes for a single job, sometimes we need to parallelize this with the node. So this Linda software can parallelize these different nodes, and we can use a more hardware facilities. And last one is just checkpoint file name. Next section. So next section is the command line. Route section. It started with the hash, and hash button means it will take the command from that line. Suppose like if I give you example, this line is included different is optimization OPT, is an active bit relief, is just given name of the functionals, and is a basis set as you saw that in the basis set presentation. Sometimes we have to use the different basis set, more than one basis set. In that case, if we use a gen command here, that will take a mixed basis set, and we need to define that basis set in the last section, optional section. And they have other comment too. This is the solvent section, what solvent and what's the solvent methods, and how is the core potential, we will read those type of commands. And after that, by blank line, we will be terminate that line. You can use the multiple line, but if blank line means the terminate that section. And we will go to the next section. That's just name of this one. And the same way, just blank line terminate that section. We will go to the next section. First one, in the molecular specification section, first line is the charts and multiplicity of the system. First number indicate the charge of the system. It's maybe 0, -1, +1, or +2, whatever you charge of the system. Space, second number. Second number indicate the multiplicity of that system. It's maybe singlet, triplet, or doublet. 1 for singlet, 2 for doublet, and triplet is a 3. In the following line, without no space, and the following line, immediate next line, we will give the Cartesian coordinates of our molecular system. If we want to use the molecular geometry from the checkpoint file, we don't need to put these Cartesian coordinates. We can just keep that line blank, and a blank line will make the terminate this section, and we need to put another command in the route section, geom equal to check, then so Gaussian will read this section from the checkpoint file. So same as a one space. Is going to the next section. This is optional section. This is optional section. This is optional section for the molecular connectivity, but most of the case we don't need to use the connectivity for optimization there. So as I said, when you use the mixed basis set, we need to define that mixed basis set in this section. In this section, if you put the different atoms, suppose like this one, and see I want to calculate the silver by using a len L2DZ basis set, and the remaining other atoms want to calculate by using the 631 G star basis set. That's why just I make a list of the atoms, and this 0 indicate the end of the atom list. You have to put the 0 always end of the atom list, and the next line is what basis set you want to calculate. And the 4 star, it indicates this end of this type of atoms, and you start the second type of atoms, list of atoms, and then last number is 0. Don't confuse with the O, oxygen, and 0, sometimes it's confusing. And second star line is end of this line too. And next important thing is, sometimes it's important, you have to put multiple blank line end of this section, because if that means your input file is done. If you don't put the blank line, you will get error messages in the Gaussian file. And you are ready to go to calculations, submit the job. Thank you.